Lyle, you'll kick Sunday off in the first race with a ride on smart WONGCHOY. Many jockeys have tried to win on this guy, still haven't achieved it. How much do you know about him? And he is a horse in form, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know too much about him besides from watching his replays and studying the form. But yeah, like you say, he's a bit of a bridesmaid, unfortunately. However, on the weekend, I think he's a good ride. You know, he's got a nice light mass from a good draw. A lot points to his to him and in his favour. So got no reason why it can't be a winning chance.
And what have the reports been from Douglas and the team? I mean, he's a horse who clearly does struggle to get his head in front, but he always seems to turn up and run his race.
Yeah, he always does. You know, he's ultra consistent, and you know, there's probably small things that he just needs to go better for him where he could have won the races. So yeah, Dougie's happy, and like I said, the horse is in good form. So I think he's a very promising ride for me on the weekend, and hopefully we can get him into the winner's box.
I mean, the fact that he is receiving lumps of weight from his rivals as well, that's got to be a big plus.
Yeah, especially for a horse like him that has a bit of speed and uses it. I think that having the light mass from a good gate just gives a lot of advantage to him. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Perhaps a change of hands might just be able to do the trick and get him over the line. It'd be good to have you back in the winner's circle as well. Obviously, since you returned, you've been happy with everything?
Yeah, very happy. You know, when you're getting horses priced over 100 to 1 into the money, you're doing something right, and had a couple of places recently as well on bigger odds horses. So things are going nicely, and just a few more opportunities, hopefully one like Smart WONGCHOY, and we could be in the winner's box hopefully more frequently.
Caspar, ZEBROWSKI was a convincing winner of the January Cup last time at Happy Valley. He'll step out here at Shartin on the weekend. How has he been since then?
Yeah, he's been good. He remains in good form. Obviously, handicap conditions again are going to suit him for this race, and yeah, I'm happy with him.
He likes to trip across the border, doesn't he? It wasn't soon after the Happy Valley win that he went across to Chungfa. Do you feel that's a huge benefit for a horse like him?
100%. It's a benefit for all horses in Hong Kong. If they can get to China, it's a godsend.
And on the nature of this race, obviously you mentioned the handicap conditions. He does only carry the 113. Very upwardly mobile horse, Caspar. Was this always the plan on the back of Happy Valley?
Yeah, it was. You know, obviously we're trying to get his rating up as high as we can. He's the type of horse, again, sort of end of season, you know, the Queen Mothers and Champions and Cheetah could play into his hands quite nicely. You know, sometimes you get wet tracks at that time of the year, which he should be able to get through as well. So yeah, he's a nice progressive horse, and you know, just keeps improving.
And just to assess his performances at Shartin, obviously his biggest and best success and best run was obviously at the Valley, but his runs here at Shartin have been very good in defeat.
They have been, yeah. He's raced very consistent from day one, and you know, long may it continue.
It sounds like you've got a bit to look forward to, a bit to work with, and hopefully he can carry that forward.
I hope so too. Yeah, thanks. You're right.
Tony, great to chat to you before a big race meeting coming up at Shartin this weekend. You've got a couple of runners in the 4-year-old Classic Mile. We'll start with California Spangle, who's been so exciting in recent racing. Just touching on that victory last time, that was mightily impressive.
I'm very happy with him because what we planned to perform, he has achieved that, and now we're stepping up a bit further. We still have high hopes that he can still run out the mile. I believe he should be able to dictate the race and try to win like he's been doing in the past, you know.
Just obviously, you've had this horse a fair while now. He's had, I think, around half a dozen runs for you. Have you always got the impression from him that he could be a miler and a horse that could go a little bit further?
Yeah, sure. You know, I've ridden many horses in the past, from 1,000 to 2004 even. You know, and I believe he can get to 1,600. That's what I'm hoping for anyway.
And just on where you're drawn, you say obviously being able to dictate the race. He's not been served overly well by the barrier. Would that be any sort of concern in your mind, or are you happy that he perhaps can get across and lead?
Well, he's the fastest horse in that field, that's for sure. You know, and I believe he can still dictate the race, go and lead the race, I mean.
And obviously a jockey on board that knows him well. Matthew did win on him on International Day, so that's certainly a plus as well, I'm sure.
That's for sure, yeah.
You've got I'm a Single Man in the race also. He's another on-pace runner. He's done nothing wrong leading up to this race.
No, you know, he's side by Gingerbread Man. I believe he gets the distance too, you know. I believe he gets to 2,000 even. I'm not worried about this distance. I believe he'll be racing a bit handy too. And I think he's still got a shot.
And just on this horse, obviously, he's upwardly mobile. He continues to improve. Is this a fair test of his ability? I mean, he's probably stepping into a very stronger race than what he has faced, but he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, well, he's stepping up to Group 1 race, right? So, and I believe he's got a shot in it. I believe he'd be very close. I don't dare say he'd win the race, but he'd be in a finish, I reckon.
And just for you and your stable, you're having a great run at the moment. There was, I think, 3 at Happy Valley on Wednesday night, so that was a good night at the office. Horses are in good form. How much would it please you to tick off a race like this in what is a very competitive year?
You know, being at home is different from being at the races. I prefer to be at the races, but you get more nervous at home than at the races, really. But I like to sell up my horses, and I like to see them close to me, and I can see more about the horse. You see, so I believe the horses, both of them, are really prepared for the race. I'm not worried about the draw, but I think we're going to be very close in that race.
And just obviously on this race, now this is at the forefront, but just looking ahead, they come through the mile A-OK. Is the plan to certainly go on to the next couple of legs, would you imagine?
Sure, we take it from here. If he wins the races, then we take it from where we should go with the horse, like the Derby and stuff like that. But we see the Classic Mile is coming up at the end of the month too, in February, right? So anyway, we see from there. We see how this race comes out first.
Caspar, you'll go to war with KURPANY in the last race on Sunday afternoon here at Shartin. He jumps from the turf to the all-weather, but he's a horse in great form.
Yeah, he's been a very consistent horse, and I think the addition of blinkers last start proved that was a nice move, and I think back to the dirt, it's not going to be a problem. He's run with merit on that surface, and again, I've just decided to take the £5 off him with Alfred's claim, and I think he's going to run a nice race.
Just on Alfie, obviously he's good value for that £5, isn't he? He's ridden obviously plenty of winners for you, and he looks to be great value for it this season.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's a young, confident young man, and riding well, and trying to follow instructions the best he can, and yeah, no, I'm proud of him. He's come good in the short period of time that I've had him, so he's doing well. And
talking of coming good in a short period of time, obviously, as you touched upon there a few moments ago, this horse really has sort of come on leaps and bounds, hasn't he, in the last couple of seasons?
He has done, yeah. He had knee surgery when I got him, after I got him from John Moore. It took a couple of runs just to get him fit, racing fit, and then he's maintained that fitness and his consistency throughout the campaign I've had him. So I'm proud of him, and hope he can snag another race or two for us.
He's been elevated to a mark of over 100.
Yeah.
I guess that does make it a bit tougher, but are you confident he can still carry that progression forward?
Well, mate, his best races appear to be around the Valley Circuit, so you just sort of run out of ratings over there, But if they have those 110 and below races, there's no reason why he can't snag another race for us. And yeah, he's a good, honest horse. And obviously when you get into triple figures in Hong Kong, it becomes tough. You just sort of, some horses are just tend to handle dirt surfaces or the valley track, and you just don't have the ratings for them. So hopefully we can get that changed.
And just on the surface, are you confident that he can sort of transition from the surface
yeah,
easily
no
enough?
problem at all. He's an on-speed runner, and he'll run well for sure.